Hello and welcome back to another episode of Modeling Mondays. Today we have what should have been a simple project gone quite wrong. So as you can see, I've got this flat car here. The wheels are kind of sticking, cover height's a little low. For some reason, despite being made, well, quote unquote made, having a manufacturing date in 1979, it still had friction bearings. So I got an extra pair of trucks that I was planning on using for something else, and we're just gonna swap those onto here instead because, why not? The first way things went wrong is these trucks aren't held on the way I thought they were. They've got these push pins, I guess, sort of things holding them on. It's not screws, it's basically just a piece of plastic with a flange on the bottom that is friction fit. Works alright, I suppose. However, they weren't really compatible with the new trucks. Well, I suppose I'm spoiling things, aren't I? I haven't gotten that far yet. I'm still struggling to get them on in the video. Of course, after the fact, I know that this ended up not working. But past me is blissfully unaware of the tragedy that is about to befall me. This is a project was started a couple months ago. About 2 months ago now. Over Christmas break. Just looking for stuff to do when I was at home. I figured, why not? So, getting the other pair on here. Of course, my hand's covering up everything because I didn't get a chance to look at this until now. Flipping it over, and the trucks are falling off. So here we are, about a month later. Screws do not quite fit in the holes that they mount in, I guess. So I just use super glue to fill in the gaps. Not what you should do. The glue never really fully dried. It was kind of gummy-ish. Ended up working, but it's not perfect, but I also don't want to do it again. And of course my hand's still covering everything because I still haven't had the chance to look at this footage and see that, oh yeah, I need to record from a different angle. So I've got things sped up here. I got the screws out, mounting the trucks. Just kind of breezing through it at this point because, wasn't expecting anything else to go wrong, and thankfully it didn't. Getting the second truck on now. It's taking quite a bit of force to get these to go in because, again, there isn't really thread. I'm essentially pushing it into silly putty and hoping it stays. Still tweaking. Still tweaking. Okay, there we go. Now we can try it out. Get an extra pair of Unitrack out. And yeah, it's rolling a lot better now. Looking at it to see if it's level. It kind of doesn't look like it. I think that's just because of the camera lens, but in real life it looks pretty good, I'd say. So now we're getting that covered hopper. I don't have a proper height gauge. That's something I really should get. I don't really have an excuse for not having it. As you can see, it sits a lot higher now. This isn't necessarily the highest coupler I have on any of my cars either. And then the last thing I gotta fix, when I bought this at a swap meet, maybe 10 years ago, the trailer was glued on top of it, and me being a dumb kid who wanted a removable load, I just kind of ripped it off willy-nilly. And that wasn't really the best idea, and while having it permanently on isn't great either, it's definitely better. So I'm just going to take the time and glue that back on again. And naturally, of course, I'm still covering up because I still haven't learned my lesson yet, that I need to properly position the camera when I record these things. Getting the finishing touches, making sure everything's the way I want it, and that should be good. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you next week.